I've tried using phone notes, I really have, and for quick reminders they can be brilliant, but every time I actually need to think, properly think, plan something, structure a video, work through an idea, or make sense of a problem, I always end up coming back to this. Because writing things down by hand feels different, slower, more deliberate, and strangely clearer. You can sketch out ideas, circle things, cross things out, connect thoughts together visually. And I genuinely think it changes the way that you process information. Which got me thinking about something else. Why do I keep carrying so many pens? Not just one pen, but different pens for different situations. Some cost a couple of pounds, some are engineered little bits of EDC jewellery, but all of them say something slightly different about what we actually want from the tools that we carry. So today, analog thinking, the value of writing things down, and the pens I actually use. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, I'm Jim Bob and welcome to Jim Bob's EDC, where I share everyday carry setups, gear reviews, pocket dumps and more. If you are into EDC knives, multi-tools, flashlights, bags, kits and pouches, or just enjoy seeing what people actually carry, you are in the right place. Because what you carry carries you. And today we're talking about one of the simplest pieces of EDC that there is. The humble pen. Now don't get me wrong, I am not anti-technology. My entire workflow is digital. I run 2 YouTube channels. I edit digitally. My scheduling is digital. Most of my communication is digital. But I've noticed something over the last few years. Phone notes can be brilliant for capturing information, but not always for processing ideas. And I think there's a difference, because when I open my phone to write something down, there's immediately friction. Notifications, messages, email, I'll just check the YouTube analytics, news, distractions, and suddenly the thing you were trying to think about gets interrupted. Whereas with a notebook, it's just the thought. That's it. No tabs, no algorithms, no dopamine machine, just you and the page. And weirdly, I often think better because of that. Especially when planning videos. A lot of the ideas on this channel don't start digitally. They start as rough notes. Messy structures, arrows, half-finished thoughts, crossed out ideas. Because analog thinking feels more flexible, less polished, but somehow more creative. And honestly, I think writing by hand forces you to slow down just enough to actually process what you're thinking. So let's start with probably the least impressive pen here, the Zebra Z-Grip Z-Grip Mini. And honestly, this thing proves that good ideas don't require expensive tools, because this pen is ridiculously cheap. It's tiny, it's plastic, it's completely unpretentious, but it's also genuinely useful. This smaller version of the readily available Zebra pens fits inside almost any pouch. It lives happily in admin organizers. It writes reliably, and because it costs next to nothing, you're never scared of losing it, which actually matters more than many people think, because the best pen in the world is useless if you never carry it. And this is where EDC gets interesting. Sometimes the cheapest tool is the tool that sees the most real world use. Not because it's exciting, but because it quietly solves a problem. Then we move into something a bit more timeless. the Parker Jotter, and I honestly think this might be one of the best everyday pens ever made. Not because it's fancy, but because it sits in that perfect middle ground. Affordable, reliable, nicely made, recognizable, and there's something about the click on a Parker Jotter that just feels right. I think for a lot of people this is the first pen that feels intentional, like you've graduated from disposable stationery into something you can actually enjoy using. Mine gets used constantly: video planning, work stuff, general life admin, and I think this is where analog tools become interesting, because a slightly nicer pen doesn't necessarily make your handwriting better, but it can make you want to write more, and that matters because tools influence behavior. Then we get into modern EDC territory. Bolt action pens, titanium pens, machined pens, and this is where things become slightly irrational, but also quite interesting, because pens like the Olight mini pen, the scribe driver, or titanium Thackeray style pens aren't really about necessity anymore. A £2 pen can already write perfectly well. So what are these actually giving you? Well, honestly, experience, that tactile satisfaction, engineering, weight, precision, mechanisms, and if you're into EDC, you probably understand this already. Humans enjoy well-made objects. We just do. The bolt action, the machining, the feel in the hand, these things make the experience more enjoyable. Now, obviously, there's a point of diminishing returns, and I fully accept that some of these pens are objectively overkill. But here's the interesting part. If a tool makes you want to use it more, then maybe it does have value beyond pure function. Because if carrying a nice pen encourages you to write more, plan more, journal more, capture more ideas, then it's doing something useful, even if part of the appeal is emotional. And honestly, I think that's true of a lot of EDC gear. Then we've got something iconic, the Fisher Space Pen, and this feels like classic EDC culture. Compact, pocketable, reliable, almost absurdly portable. This is the sort of pen you can throw into a pocket or organizer and completely forget about until you need it. And I think it represents a different philosophy. Preparedness, not luxury, not tactile enjoyment. Just, I know this will work. And there's something very satisfying about that. Although interestingly, I don't necessarily think it's the nicest pen for long writing sessions, which highlights something important. The best carry pen and the best writing pen are not always the same thing, and that's worth thinking about when choosing gear. And then finally this, the Travelers Company brass pen, and this one probably says the most about me personally, because this isn't just a writing tool, it's an experience object. The brass will age over time, it will pick up marks, it will patina, wear, it will tell a story. And paired with a notebook, it feels less like productivity and more like observation. Travel notes, random thoughts, video concepts, writing things down because they matter enough to remember properly. And I think that's what analog tools give us: intentionality. In a world where everything is instant, temporary, and endlessly scrollable, there's something strangely grounding about physically writing things down. Even if it's slower, maybe especially because it's slower. And honestly, I don't think this video is really about pens. Well, not completely. It's about creating a little bit of space to think. And maybe That's why analog tools still matter. Not because they're more efficient, but because they're often less distracting, more intentional, more tactile, more human, and I think there's real value in that. Now, obviously, you absolutely do not need expensive pens. Some of the best ideas I've ever written down were probably with cheap disposable pens. But I do think the tools that we carry influence our behaviour, and sometimes a good pen makes you want to slow down long enough to actually think properly. And that feels increasingly valuable these days. But over to you. If you carry one, what pen do you actually carry? And do you still prefer writing by hand? Or are you all in on phone notes? Do let me know down in the comments. I read every single one. I'll link to all the pens down below. Following those links will really help the channel. You'll also find links to my other channel, Wando James, Pubs, Pints and Places, as well as to my Amazon store. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one, and remember, what you carry carries you.